Hey guys and gals, welcome to another episode of EDCQ. Today we're talking flashlights, and I have a brand new one that I am stoked to show you. It is the ArkPro by Olight. And we can see, there we go, ArkPro right there. This particular model is two-color, two-tone, which I love. It is called the Silver Graphite. And it looks really sweet in my opinion. Has that blue button that kind of pops. Really like this. So Olight had their Arc series come out a year or two ago, maybe a little more. And they're the rectangular shaped flashlights, and they've been awesome, and they've had several variations. The original, you could get laser, then they came out with UV, or it was vice versa, it came with UV and then you could get laser. Then they had a model where you could get both UV and laser. They've had like really small ones, they have larger ones, they have the Arc Flex where the head actually can rotate at 90 or 180 degrees. Just super cool. It allows you to get different angles. Just tons of different variations. And then they came out with this one, and initially I was like, okay, cool, another variation of the Arc, really excited about that. But what are they gonna bring to the table? And then lo and behold, like this kind of seems to be the brainchild when the Arc series was introduced. And I'm not sure why so many variations. I guess because they were trying out different things that they wanted in kind of the Goldilocks product. But this was kind of what was imagined, from my understanding, the Arc series to be. And they just kind of worked to get here by trying out different things and seeing what could work, what couldn't, what we as the users best wanted, what we liked, what we didn't, and how they could combine all of those into the best product. And now I'm not saying they're done. They're probably going to have a lot more variations, making it, smaller, more compact, higher capacity, higher output. They're going to bring us the best of what they can. But this kind of brings together all of the things that the Arc has had to offer so far into one package. And I love it. So I have thoroughly enjoyed all the Arcs. They've all, each time a new model comes, I carry it and I use it for a while and I figure out what I like, what I don't. And then it goes into a different bag, a different kit that I have set up, a different pouch. This one, I'm doing the review on it. It's not leaving my pocket. Now, it is a larger flashlight than I tend to carry, so this will be relegated to a bag, but this is one of the Arcs that's going to continue to see rotation back into my pocket, at least until something overrides it. And that's because I really, really enjoy the light and the functionality. So let's get some specs out of the way. I'm going to give you a few. If you guys want like the full comparison of the whole Arc lineup, I believe I have all of the Arcfeld series lights. So I could definitely do one and have kind of a tabletop. Here's all the lights. Look at them, compare them size-wise, spec-wise, all that stuff. So let me know. So I'm not going to compare now. I'm just going to give you the info on this, but I definitely can. So as I said, this is the Silver Graphite. It comes in quite a few variations actually for just being a brand new flashlight. We're looking at a light that has 4 different functions, but it counts as 7 different functions. So here's how that happens. We have a UV light. We have the floodlight in the middle. We have spotlight on the side here. And then we have laser. So 1, 2, 3, 4 functions. But here's the difference. The laser is not accessed by the click wheel here. Here you have a click wheel where right now, see if we can see it. Right now I am on spotlight. And as I turn this little dial in the bottom, now I'm on flood. And now I'm on UV. We can kind of see the little notch right here. So that's how you select which setting you want to use, and then you push the blue button to actuate it. The laser is actually a side button. So we can use UV, we can use spotlight, or floodlight, we can use spotlight, we can use laser, or we can use laser and UV. So we could use laser with UV, laser with flood, laser with spot. And so that's how you get 7 different combinations when you have 4 functions. And that is actually, I'm sure that there are jobs where that would be very useful, or just like, you know, fun things that you could be doing. You know, like if you're in, you know, like a haunted house type thing, or like a corn maze or something, you could be using the flashlight along with the laser functionality. I would think UV with laser probably would be more of a job need than something, you know, you'd be doing for fun or random, and it would come in super handy. But who knows? Like, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you're spending your time doing and having fun with. So maybe UV and laser could be practical for fun as well. But I definitely see, you know, like you're at an event late at night, or, you know, like a corn maze or something, you know, some kind of barbecue where you're dark, a bonfire, you could definitely be using the flashlight, and perhaps you want to point something out so the laser comes in handy. I do get that, but I love it. I love it. I love a laser on a light. For me, it's more for fun and getting the dog to chase it, having fun with my kids, you know, letting them point things out. But it's fun, and I like it, and it's easy. So, right now, I should be, I'm actually on. Normally I'm in lockout mode, so I'll show you lockout mode first. In any setting, it doesn't matter where you're turned to, hold down for 3 seconds and you are in a lockout mode. And so now, whenever I push something, you're gonna see the little symbol right there light up. That is actually a lock symbol, so it's letting me know, no, the function is not gonna work that you were trying to do, any of them, because we're in lockout. And then I simply hold the blue button down again for about 2 seconds, and we are now active again. And I'm in spotlight mode right now. And then the use here, we just kind of hold, and we're gonna rotate through. So the green lights are battery, the white lights are level. Right now I'm on level 2. I hold that again, now I'm on level 1. I surpassed level 2, level 3, level 1, double click, and it takes me into level 4, which is turbo. So super easy use, and that's the same use for the floodlight here. So it came in the last use mode, which is gonna be, what am I in? Oh, I'm just gonna turn off in high. And then I can hold that down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just gonna rotate like that. Double click in any mode to get to turbo. And then we have 2 modes in UV. You do have a low and a high. When you turn it on, it comes into the last use setting, you hold down and you get to rotate between those. So we can get some different levels here in UV as well, which is very nice. Single click to get it on, single click to get it off, and then just click this black button here on the side, kind of blends in with the graphite, and we get our laser pointer. And so here I've got my laser pointer on. I put this thing into floodlight mode, press that, and now we have floodlight with the laser. Let's lower that light a little. So now we do have the light on, as you can see, and there's a laser in the middle of that. So it works really well. Like I said, certain things where it could come in very handy. I just think it's a neat feature. And one thing to note is when you are using laser, when you are using it with the light, turning the light off turns the laser light as well. So I could turn the light on, I could turn the laser on, and when I turn the light off, they both go off. I can turn the light on, the laser on. When I turn the laser, I'm just turning the laser off. The light is still on. So that's one function I do like. Turning it off kind of turns everything off. Turning the laser off just turns the laser off. So super cool functionality. Dimensions here, we are looking at 4.88 inches tall, so nearly 5 inches. We are looking at just over an inch across, and the depth is 0.63. So super flat flashlight, works really well in the pocket. We're gonna look at some max specs real quick. I'll tell you real quick. When we're in spotlight mode, or I'm sorry, flood mode, you are gonna get 1500 lumens, which is really good on turbo. Spotlight is gonna max out at 205 meters, which is a pretty good distance. UV light on low is 360 MW, and on high is 1200 MW. And then you've got the green laser that has specs as well, but I honestly don't know what they mean. Look it up if you want more info on what kind of the different levels are and what the different, you know, high, low, medium, moonlight, all that stuff. Super cool. Weighs in at just over 4 ounces, which I think is not bad for what you're getting. And another thing that I really like is down here we have the charging setup that works with the magnetic chargers Olight has, but we also have a little USB-C charge port right there. So I think that's super cool. Do not charge both at the same time, but if you were, it would charge via USB-C. That's more powerful than the magnetic one, and it would override it and negate it, so it wouldn't be charging it. Don't recommend doing them at the same time, but if you did by mistake, you wouldn't damage your light. Again, just not recommended. And you're not going to double charge it. They're both not going to charge at the same time. The USB-C will override the other and it will charge via that way. But super cool light. I love it. Absolutely love this. Olight, you nailed it out the park with this one, in my opinion. This is a great light, lots of functionality. I do look forward to seeing what you come up with next in the series, but I do think this one is awesome. So thank you so much. Love the light. Check them out if you haven't. They've got some cool stuff. The Gober light has come out with a second version as well. I think I'm going to pick that up also. But just some great gear, great flashlights. Love the flat ones. They fit great in the pocket and don't have all the bulge. So yeah. Check out Olight ArkPro, highly recommend. I will be back with new content soon. And remember, EDC, EDC.